Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. Well, I'm at it again. I just got back from the World Games and boy, it was a doozy. Wasn't too impressed, but we'll go over that with Nick DeLeon when we come back next week on our regular scheduled show, which is Billiard Talk. We also have a surprise. We have another winner of the invite ticket for the Moscone Cup type event for the kids. So tune in next week. But tonight, it's all about my juniors. Who do we have up next? We have a young gun coming out of the state of Louisiana. He's 13 years old. His name is Peyton. I'm going to run this video for you guys, and we'll have a talk with Peyton and his parents. Up next, Peyton Crochet. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Everybody good? Well, which one of you is Peyton? I would like an introduction.
Hi, I'm Peyton Crochet. I'm 13. I'm from Louisiana, Nigeria.
Awesome. Where do you play out of, sir?
Emeralds, Billiards.
Awesome. Awesome. How long have you been playing pool, Peyton?
6 years. 6 years.
6 years? That's a long time, buddy. You're only 13. Woo, you've been on that table for a while. Dad, when did you notice something different about this 13-year-old?
He kind of got into, where y'all going? We going to play pool? Well, can I come? No, not yet. And it finally they had a spot open up for the juniors, and he wanted to try it. Fell in love with the game.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you normally have a regime where you guys go every week where he's getting in plenty of practice, or is this just something that he does in his spare time?
He doesn't quite have a regime yet. He's only allowed to go to Emeralds on a Sunday, and it's only when the junior league is actually playing. So other than that, he spends more time practicing at home on the table.
Okay. So I've spoken with a couple of the other parents out of the state of Louisiana. There's really nowhere but one place in the whole state. Is that correct? Or in your area especially?
Yes, ma'am. In our area, for sure, there's only one place they can go and play. And like I said, it's only on Sundays because with the laws and everything, they can't be around the alcohol or smoking or anything like that. So it's limited to just Sundays out of Emeralds.
Right. Well, luckily they have at least somewhere to play. There's been a lot of a discussion going around the South here lately about our junior players in particular. So hopefully we'll get some relief for you guys down there in the state of Louisiana. Can't do anything about the heat for you guys, but maybe we can get you another place to play pool.
That's nice, as long as it comes with air conditioning.
Right. We're definitely not northern people. We rely on our air conditioners heavily here in the South. Okay, let's get started here. What is his APA ranking right now?
He's currently at 2.
Okay. And he's got a cousin that was on one of our previous episodes of Billiard Talk, Holden. So he's not far behind Holden right now. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. He goes up and down 2-3, 2-3.
Right. Well, I mean, if he was only playing once a week and there's 60 plus kids playing at the same time, their table time is very limited.
Yes, it's very limited because we're only there for, I think it's like 4 hours.
For 60 kids, that's
and it's
How
on
many?
Sunday, and it's not like it's certain scheduled weekends that we can actually go and do something.
Right.
But it's not a full every Sunday of the month you can go and play.
Right.
It's it's scheduled out for if they have something else going on or anything
That they
like
get the
that, then
boot.
we can't get it. Yeah.
Okay. That gives me a little more ammunition to go after some of those people in the state of Louisiana. They're tired of me, I promise you. So are the people in the state of Alabama. Because
We appreciate that.
my question is always, but why? Give me one good reason why. Just one. Because the reasons you're giving me, there's ways around those. So give me a good one. Let's see. How many hours a week do you think he spends on practice time?
It's been averaging probably about 3.5 hours a week.
Okay. It's kind of hard when you're just playing by yourself or with your parents. You're not learning. You're learning, but you're not. We're always thinking, I'm pretty sure he's going to agree with me here. My parents are going to let me win. There you go. They're going to let me win. They don't want me to be mad, So they need a little more motivation, a little more, different atmosphere. So I completely agree with you there. We need more places for them to play. Has his grades suffered any when you guys are traveling?
No.
Good. So he seems to be okay in that front. The viewers want to know that the kids are doing schoolwork, scholastic stuff as well. I've also been trying to expand a lot of our newer people that are coming into the industry asking me questions about it, about how pool helps them with fundamentals and things like that, like dexterity, all of those things that some kids that are not physically able to do sports like basketball and football, they can actually play pool and it helps them. So I've been out there trying to challenge some of these people to prove me wrong. Has he handled the pressures of the tournaments? I heard that he just got back from the JIC in St. Louis, and he did play in a couple of those tournaments. Mentally, how do you think he did?
I find he did pretty fair. He gets it. He's played in a couple of tournaments as well, and he just gets to the table, and his game is his game.
Okay, good. So he's handling those long, drawn-out sessions where he's having to stay up for long periods of time, because from his bio that he sent me, he played in the Meridian, Mississippi tournament as well, and that is a tough tournament. I am extremely proud of you for getting in the box in Meridian, sir. That is some tough action down there. How did he do with that long tournament, mentally and physically? Do you think he handled it well? He's only 13. We have to understand he's still a child. But from your standpoint, with his maturity, how do you think he dealt with Meridian, Mississippi?
I think he actually dealt with that one pretty good. That was his first big tournament.
Wow, you really went out there.
He ended up making a couple good friends there. Some of the the adult players,
right,
that were like, "Oh, before y'all leave, we're gonna play. We're gonna hit balls together."
Right.
So he did well. I don't know if it just hadn't sunk in yet that he was playing with adults, or if it just didn't bother him.
It may be a little bit of both. We're about to find out. Because if you're going to challenge a kid, you take that little kid to Meridian, Mississippi. They're not giving you anything. They want that money. The toughest action, right? They challenged you, and you did well from what Dad says. So, well, Dad, I appreciate the comments, and we'll talk a little bit more here in a second. But let's find out what Peyton has to say. So, Peyton, how do you think you did in Meridian, Mississippi?
I think I did pretty good.
How did you? Where did you end up at on the list? Did you get anywhere near the top 25? No, but you did fairly well.
Yes.
Because I hear a lot of what goes on out there. Especially when little kids come in. Yeah, you guys get called sharks a lot. Tracy, quit sending these kids down here. I was like, listen, they need somewhere to play. Well, I'm glad you handled it well. Did you get the opportunity to play with any of the other kids there?
No, ma'am.
No, you didn't? It's really iffy how many of them show up sometimes. Just like the rest of us, everybody has to work, so everybody's got different genres for the day.
I think that particular tournament, there was only one other kid that was there playing.
Right. Sometimes it happens. Did you play in the split bracket tournament, or did you play in the 6 and under?
6 and under.
Okay. Well, Joey had said something kind of crazy earlier today, and he was like, maybe we should jump in on this kids tournament thing. And I was like, I've been telling you for a long time you need to jump in on it.
If it happens, we will be there.
Okay. I need to talk to Joey and probably get in touch with a few of you parents from that area, since you're limited, and we'll see what we can do about coming up with some type of idea on how to run the tournament. Because when it comes to kids, those handicaps, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. You guys' handicaps may be slightly different than what ours are. What was his handicap down in Meridian?
I think he played as
a 3?
2+1. 2+1.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if they had taken that 2 out yet or not. That was probably prior to it. Okay.
Yeah, it was. It's been a little while now that we went there and played.
Yeah. Well, Meridian had been the talk of the town for about 2 years before I even got down there. But once I got down there, people started coming more. And I was like, well, yes. And that gives the kids, from the other areas that don't have places to play, somewhere else to play. And a lot of the people from Texas are coming over to Meridian as well. So you're getting a bigger field. And that helps your young guns learn to really grind and bear down on when they're playing. So it's actually good for the kids. Okay. Okay, Peyton, you ready for some questions? All right. Who has been your biggest motivator and why?
Miss Jan Dawn.
What does Miss Jan do that's so special?
She kind of taught me how to shoot pool. And she runs the junior league.
Awesome. Well, you tell Miss Jan from me thank you, and you give her a big hug. We'll have to do something for you kids down there soon, for sure. How old were you when you first started playing pool? Do you remember?
7.
7? Were you just 7, or were you 7 going on 8?
Just 7.
Just 7. All right. Do you have a favorite professional pool player?
Jennifer Beretta or Allison Fisher.
And could you tell us why?
Jennifer Beretta, because she's helped me with a lot of my shots when they went to Emeralds.
She's a very, very nice lady, and so is Miss Fisher. You couldn't ask for nicer ladies. Monica Webb's another fantastic lady, and Miss Janet Atwell. You can't find any nicer women pros in our industry than some of us out of the United States and Britain, and they're amazing ladies. I'm glad you got the opportunity to play with Jennifer. She's very nice. I think she has a son, too. And what has been your biggest accomplishment so far? What tournament that you played in that you thought you did really well?
Big time.
Big time? I'm proud of you because that's a tough tournament. I'm proud of you. St. Louis is pretty scary, but big time, that's
scary.
A good one. He's not scared of anything. You're from Louisiana. You guys grow them big out there, right? My friends, I live in an area where I live off an army base, and they had a crocodile or an alligator come out of the pond, and they freaked out, and they're like, "You're just walking around here like you're not even worried." I was like, "Dude, I just got back from Louisiana. If I didn't get killed while I was down there in New Orleans, I'm not afraid of an alligator." They just laughed at me. They were like, "Why are they here?" And I was like, "They're here to keep the wildlife under control. Calm your roll." It's amazing when people don't travel, and because I travel so much, I get to see different parts of the area, and I'm really into nature, so I get the opportunity when I go places to walk outside. And my favorite place to ever be outside, which you guys are probably going to think I'm crazy, is Louisiana, because it's so interesting to just be out there and seeing things. People are like, but there's nothing out here. I was like, if you sit really still, you'd be amazed about what you'll see in Louisiana.
Yeah, you can't sit too still because then the mosquitoes will
The
carry
mosquitoes will take you away. That's true. That's true. You guys do have some massive mosquitoes. But your culture is amazing. You have the best culture ever. I love it down there. I'm a big blues fan and jazz fan, so I really like New Orleans. Okay. So as you're traveling to these different events, have you noticed a difference in the way they play, Peyton?
Not really.
Okay, good. Sounds like you're in that same mix of people that probably play about the same speed as you. You'll start noticing it now that I've asked you. So, what has been your biggest lesson so far since you've been playing? Have you learned anything that you think you can take with you and carry with you forever?
Patience.
Patience. Good one. Good one. You'll need that one throughout your lifetime, especially when you have kids of your own. Patience is a good one. So, what is the one tournament you would like to play in, and why? Can you think of one that you would really love to play in?
So that was called.
If you describe it to me, I probably know.
Let's go with
The Whirlpool tournament.
The World of Pool. You know what? Shane will definitely not want to give you that trophy. Not going to want to. But I look forward to seeing you play in it. Absolutely. That's a good one. Very good. That's a good one. After high school, do you intend on going to college? Or do you just not know yet? I mean, you're only 13. I can't expect you to know
I don't know
everything.
yet.
You don't know yet? Well, you got plenty of time. That's for sure. We're not going to rush you to grow up too fast. We like our kids to stay small long enough for us to catch up on the bills. Then you can get another year older. And let's see. Big question. Peyton, do you feel like you guys are getting the support that you need from us? You know, the media, the tournament directors, the venues, streaming companies. Do you think that you guys are getting the attention that you need to help you guys grow bigger? And be honest, you don't think so.
No.
What could we do to make your life better?
Probably get us like a different room where it's just for a junior league and stuff.
Okay.
Where you can play more often.
Okay. Yeah, that once a month stuff's not fun. You're not getting enough time on the table, especially with so many kids. We'll see what we can do. The more kids that I talk to, the more people will know that all of you guys are saying the same thing. You don't have anywhere to play and you want to play. You can't get better if you don't have anywhere to play. So we're going to work on that for you, kiddo. Absolutely. If you could fast forward 10 years, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself still playing pool?
Yes, ma'am.
And what big tournament do you think you've won in 10 years? So you'll be how old? 23?
The big cup tournament.
Big cup tournament. This kid wants that big cup, Dad. It's all about that cup. I'm gonna have to find you a big cup, sir. I'll trade you. I get the hat. I'll give you the cup. Y'all gonna have to arm wrestle Shane for that cup. He's not gonna give it up. Okay. Say you had a little kid, he's about 6 years old, and he walks up to you and he says, I want to play pool just like you. Do you have any advice to give to him?
Yes, ma'am.
What would you say?
I would say take your time, try your hardest, and practice.
Awesome. Very good advice. Love it. And then the big question. So somebody gave me a big bag of money. We'll say a genie popped out of a bottle, okay? Never going to happen, but it could possibly. You never know. Big genie pops out of the bottle and says, okay, Miss Tracy, you're going to get 3 wishes, but one of those 3 wishes, you have to give Peyton $50,000. But Peyton cannot spend that money on himself. What would you do with that money?
Build us a certain building for Junior League where we can play more often.
Awesome. I like that idea. Absolutely. Well, good job. Well, I do have a couple of questions that are outside this whole regime of questioning. What is your favorite game? Do you play any other games besides 8-ball and 9-ball?
10-ball and 3-ball.
3-ball. That's interesting. I've never met a kid that likes to play 3-ball. Now, who taught you how to do that?
Dad.
Did he? Well, they tried to teach me, but my attention span was about that long. I was like, no, I'm done. I had pool overload at that point, but that's pretty cool. That's really neat. Do you play any other games besides those? Like, have you played One Pocket at all or Banks? No?
Not yet.
Not yet. Some of that stuff, it takes a lot of skill. So I try, most teachers try not to deter the kids. Once we get them on a track, we try to get them consistent and then we move forward. So good call. But 3-ball, boy, that's interesting. Well, you guys are definitely invited to come up and hang out with me in Hoover, Alabama this weekend. We'll be, Hoover is hosting a kids pool tournament this weekend at Bumpers of Hoover. So if you guys are not doing anything this weekend, I'm giving away a prize. There'll be some door prizes, and then there'll be a game for you guys to try to win prizes. So if you're in the area, come on out and hang out with me. I'd really love to have you. And let's see. Peyton, could you tell us what is in your case? Uh-oh. We have technical difficulties. We shorted out. There, we're back. Could you tell me what's in your case, sir?
I have an Espirito shaft. No, not a shaft. Stick.
An Espirito stick with a 30-inch carbon fiber shaft.
With a 30-inch carbon fiber shaft.
And a McDermott brake jump brake kit.
And a McDermott brake jump kit.
Awesome. Do you have a particular brand of glove? I notice you have one on.
She's talking to
Do you have what brand of glove are you wearing, Peyton?
What glove are you wearing? What brand?
Tiger.
Awesome. Would you like to hit some balls for us tonight?
Huh?
Would you like to play a little bit of pool for us tonight? That way we can watch you play? Oh, well, I would love to watch you play. You just go right on ahead over there and just set your pool balls up. Thank you guys so much. This is Peyton. He's out of the state of Louisiana. We had his cousin on not long ago, Holden Crochet. So these kids are definitely in the family when it comes to pool. We couldn't be more excited to have these kids on. It's all about our kids and making sure our kids are getting the support that they need from our industry. And maybe this way, these kids out of the state of Louisiana can get at least a couple of new venues where they can play out of. They're currently only being able to play out of one venue. And for 60 kids, it's just not enough time for these kids to learn anything. So if you or you know someone in the state of Louisiana that would like to open up their room on a Wednesday evening or something for these kids to be able to play, check those laws and get in touch with me or get in touch with any one of our moms that are on my Facebook page. But you can reach out to me at Tracy the Diva Lerma, or you can reach out to me at Tracy Lerma at either one of my prospective Facebook accounts, and I'll get you that information. Okay, well, this is Peyton, and he's going to hit some balls, and I'm going to pull my face out of here so you guys can watch him instead of listening to me banner on. Good luck, Peyton.
Thank you.
Good shot.
Not bad there, kiddo. Not bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, do you have any people you would like to say hi to before we run off?
Mima,
Miss Janet,
Miss Janet,
Mr. Keith,
Miss Keith,
people,
people,
mom and dad.
mom and dad.
All right. That's awesome. But I'm digging the hat, buddy. Digging the hat. Definitely a good statement for you. How did you do up in St. Louis while you were up there? Did you learn anything while you were up there playing in those minis with your cousin?
Not really.
Not really. What did you think about the event?
It was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind. We'll see what we can do. We'll talk to Mr. Henderson and see what we can get done over in Meridian for you guys. At least that'll be a little closer to home and you don't have to travel as far. I appreciate all of you guys coming out tonight and taking the time to let me get to know your junior player and trusting me with your kid. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. I enjoy this just as much as the kids do. But if you guys can make it, I look forward to meeting you in person at Hoover this weekend if you're able to come out. Like I said, if there's anything that you guys need from me, please don't hesitate to reach out. Any types of because it's going to be an uphill battle trying to get some more venues in the state of Louisiana, and we have to go through all the proper channels. So if there's anything you need from me, like testimony from these kids, then you reach out to me and I'll get that for you. Okay?
Right.
We'll start a movement down in Louisiana. Let's get these kids a place to play.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to let you guys run, and we will see you hopefully in Hoover or at the next tournament. Peyton, you keep shooting, sir, and you keep learning, okay? And I'll talk to Shane about possibly letting you touch that big cup. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Well, that was Holden's cousin, Peyton Crochet. You know, these kids are amazing. They get out here and they have no fear. You know, we've been trained as we grow up that you know, we have to act a certain way or be a certain way, and we forget about those dreams we had as kids. One of my most important things was, if you have a dream, you have to chase it, because if you stop chasing your dreams, you really just stop living. So as long as these kids need somebody to get out here and say, you know what, you're a champion, then I'll do it. I mean, it takes 5 minutes of your time to encourage a child. So on behalf of Inside Pool Magazine, and my co-host and High Chew partner is over in Illinois right now, playing in that big $25,000 added event that Omega Billiards is putting on in Peoria. And on behalf of all of these kids that have either joined the mission, the movement, or the ones that are waiting to get on the podcast, you know, I appreciate each and every one of you. All of this is for the kids, and we need to start trying to support them as much as we can. So if you've got $5, $10, go over to the JRBSF, yes, .org, and donate. All of that money is going into a fund for these kids. It will be for their Moscone Cup type event coming up at the beginning of next year. It'll also go into a fund for these kids for travel expenses, cues, gloves, chalk, whatever they need. That's what we've created this fund for. So if you've got the money to donate just a little bit, every little bit helps. And I promise you, these parents do appreciate it. So like I said, on behalf of myself and the rest of this little family that we've created, we appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and play Peyton's video one more time so you guys don't forget who he is, because you'll be seeing this kid again, I promise you. And Joey Henderson, Big Time Billiards, I'm holding you to that, sir. I'll see you in Meridian.